Hi there, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Carson V. Heady. I'm the author of Birth of a Salesman and the upcoming While the Salesman Is Away and Other Stories. Just wanted to stop off and first off just say thank you. The last few years have been incredible. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to write something that would mean anything and contribute to someone, help somebody on their road to success. That's what I think life is really all about. Everybody's born with a talent. Everybody has something that they can give to the world, whether it's the ability to play a musical instrument to inspire others, whether it's leadership, whether it's the capability to reach out and bring people together, to unify, to change the world, to cure diseases, to take care of people that are ill. Everybody has a gift of some kind. Sometimes it may take you years to find that gift. One of the Muppet Babies episodes that I watch with my daughter frequently is where they try to find one of the Muppet Babies' hidden talents. It's very heartwarming, it's very true, because we all have them. Sometimes we spend years trying to figure out what they are. It took me until I was practically a senior in college to figure out my major. But the key thing, everyone, is that finding that talent, figuring out what it is that you want to contribute to the world is the most important thing. It's, for some people, that's paying it forward. For some people, it's having children, and maybe your child will grow. Raising a child in this day and age, and teaching them to be respectful and a good asset to society is just as important, if not more important, than anything else that you'll ever encounter. So first off, that's where I wanted to lead off this message, is that everybody has that gift. Birth of a Salesman basically is the story of Vincent Scott, who is an author and sales leader, and basically his book, which is entitled The Selling Game, is inside these pages. It's a 338-page read. The Selling Game is prominently featured. There are 13 chapters, and his story, the story of Vincent Scott, from basically, I would say, his teens into his late 20s, is featured here. Relationships, how he got into the business world, how he succeeded, how he was promoted, the mistakes and successes that he's had over the years, and what he's learned. So that's what Birth of a Salesman is all about. There's a lot of corporate, politics. How Vincent Scott, who is a bit of a renegade, combats corporate politics and a lot of wrongdoings and crimes that he sees. There's a lot of shady people in business. There is one in particular, his antagonist, who is Keith Dickhauser, is in this story as well. And Keith is basically, if you've seen the movie Horrible Bosses, which you probably have, Keith probably is most closely aligned with the Kevin Spacey character. Just horrific. Bad leadership leads through fear and intimidation, but we all will face that at some point in our lives. So it's the story of Vincent and how he maintains, perseveres, and succeeds in this against all odds. And also how he and his sales team eventually mutiny Keith Dickhauser, and what happens in the aftermath. Now, currently I'm writing While the Salesman Is Away and Other Stories, which is the sequel. Vincent Scott does not factor in to the initial part. There is an 80-page prologue entitled While the Salesman Is Away, and it has nothing to do with Vincent Scott. It's actually the inner workings of the department, the aftermath of the end of Birth of a Salesman, where the ultimate crime played out at the end of Birth of a Salesman. So I can't wait to get your feedback on it. Can't wait to get your feedback on Birth of a Salesman if you haven't read it yet. I would love to get your feedback. You can read the first chapter free at my website, www.carsonv, as in victory, Heady, Heady.com. Would love to get your feedback on it, so check that out for free. But While the Salesman Is Away and Other Stories is currently underway, and basically it also features a book within a book. Instead of The Selling Game, it's Vincent Scott's follow-up, The Surviving Game. And basically it's more or less about how to survive in business, how to play the job market, business politics, the corporate environment, how to play the game to get yourself into a position where you can really make a difference. It also follows up The Salesman Returns is the last part of While the Salesman Is Away and Other Stories, and it talks about Vincent Scott returning to the storyline. But Vincent only really figures into about half, if maybe a third of the story this time around. It's more about the intense personal relationships and the people that he's encountered along the way. The finale of the trilogy will be entitled The Salesman Against the World, and that will be coming out probably within the next couple of years, and it wraps up the storyline. It will also have the Success Game by Vincent Scott. So thank you for your support. Please go to www.carsonv, as in victory, Heady, Heady.com. Check out the first chapter of Birth of a Salesman free. Let me know your feedback. Friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. I will follow you back. Check out the rest of the videos. Would love to get your really good feedback about what I'm undertaking here. And pull no punches, ladies and gentlemen. I find that constructive criticism is best because that's the only way I can grow as a sales leader and as a person. So thank you very much, and all the best on your own quest. Hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.